Welcome everyone to Straight from the Paws. As you can tell by my lovely co-hosts here today and my director, we're outside in the sunny, hot, right lady? Hot.
Blazing.
Amazingly hot August sun. That's why we all have sunglasses on. We're not trying to be incognito, we're just trying to let you know that if we didn't have them on, we'd be squinting and that would not be very attractive.
Hey, I'm squinting underneath this. I want you to know that.
No
one
I think
can
you just
tell.
wanted to look cool.
You want to look cool because I don't have sunglasses like that. I like those, and she said they're prescription.
That's because you're not blind like me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing. So here we are. You know who this is. This is my, I was going to say my cohort, but I will say this is, what are you, my co-host?
Co-host.
Beverly, whenever you show up.
Fellow board member.
Yeah, okay. That's enough. And then this
She
is our
forgets who I am a lot.
Yeah, well, people call me Beverly and I get confused in my head. And this is our lovely director, Ariana, as you all know. So today we're here to talk about a couple of things, and we're excited that you see our t-shirts here. I wanted to take credit that I designed them, but I didn't. Ariana did. So I'll give her the credit for it.
Yes, we have duplicates
That's
here.
right. I have the twins.
We have so many colors.
Yes.
These are our favorite colors. We wear them
Right.
matching.
Only the best people wear this
Yep,
color.
and we make sure we wear them together on Mondays.
Yes.
And then she gets mad.
Yeah, and I wear the green because green is my favorite color, and this is the color of my birthstone because I was born this month. So there you go. Ha! So if Denise came in, she could do the same thing because she has green and she's born a couple of days after me. Anyway, that's the way it goes. So today we want to talk about a few things. One of the important things that I want to bring up is, sadly, we had a milestone reached, and I know they're not going to know what I'm talking about, but it was our volunteer program. We had an orientation, and Bev, how many people showed up?
A grand total of 1.
Yes. Very, very sad. And Ariana...
A first.
That was a first. And Ariana, I will say, put out a plea in the end of July, which I must tell you, commend you. You did a great job on it. I even wrote a little thing, and then it stopped me off. So anyway, she did an awesome job as putting out the plea for people. You know, it's not just young people that can do this. It's people that are retired, like Beverly, and they're people that can come in.
Like old, like Gail.
She's funny. And volunteer to do various things, you know. If you get our newsletter, you will see that Muriel is out there, and she's an older retired woman that comes in every week and faithfully does our dishes on Wednesday and our laundry. So we have a lot of needs. If you've got email, Facebook, whatever, look it up, see what we need. It's always the first Sunday of the month. I think this time, no, it's the second this time because the first starts in August started. So it will be the second.
The 7th, I think. The 7th or the 8th.
It's the 7th. Mm-hmm. The 7th will be our orientation. So if you see this before, then you'll know that orientation is being done. If you don't, missed it by then, please call 508-679-3063. Ask for Joyce, speak to Joyce, she's our volunteer coordinator, and she will put something together and let you know when the next one is and what's going on.
Just a note on that, we don't take any children under 16.
Yes, okay. And Ariana, you want to talk about your dog walkers?
Yep, so we will be starting the dog walking program again in September. We had a successful orientation with many people showed up to the orientation, and then they also filtered out. I think people misunderstand that there is a level of dangerousness to the dog walking. So what we do require is you come to the orientation, and then you come with 2 scheduled sessions with either myself or one of the senior staff, and we show you where you enter the kennels, where you exit the kennels, you know, what tools we use, and what we expect of the dog walking. And I think that because it's not something you just show up and get handed a leash, people were a little turned off by the initial commitment for it. Right now we have probably about 4 people that come regularly to walk dogs, and we're very, very grateful for them. But what people need to really understand is that a lot of these animals, we don't have a history on them, we don't have backgrounds on them, so it can't unfortunately be just a free-for-all. It has to be organized for everyone's safety. So that will be starting again in September, and then we'll have the sign-ups. It will be advertised. If you all are watching and are not getting our newsletter, or you're not part of our email list, you can send an email to asilva@foreverpaws.com, and I can make sure that you get on our email list, and that way you'll get to know all the things that are happening, whether it's dog walking, volunteers, events, things like that.
Awesome.
Can a volunteer dog walker bring a friend or a child?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
No, because it's dangerous, right? So so someone coming in to walk the dogs is coming in to improve the quality of life for the dogs. And because we don't have history on them, we can't be responsible for someone bringing a friend who hasn't filled out the paperwork, who hasn't signed the liability form, who doesn't know the policies and procedures in walking them. So if you have a friend that you want to walk dogs with, then you both would need to come to volunteer orientation together. You would need to do your sessions, and then once you're both involved, registered, and have gone through your trainings, then certainly you can come at the same time and walk dogs at the same time. But we also don't even have dogs that can walk together. And it's not going to be something where it really would be conducive to have you come and bring your BFF and then you guys just kind of stroll around together.
Well, I was just wondering.
That's not going to work, unfortunately.
And-
Just a
and-
liability
yeah,
issue.
It's a liability, and I think you explained it very well. I appreciate that. You can get a lot from it. I'm telling you, people that are doing it. We have Mark Ventura, who is a trainer, and he's been doing it every Sunday, and he loves it. He does the little dogs, the big dogs, and he goes out there and he knows what to do, which is really awesome. We really appreciate what he's doing for us, and it has helped a great deal, I think.
Yeah, and we have a mother-daughter duo who did everything together. They came to volunteer orientation, they were trained on what dogs they can walk, they were trained what collars they need to use, and they walk together. So I don't have a problem with that, but again, it's not a child. It's a teenager or a young adult daughter and mother, right? So it's not something that you can come and bring a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old, or a 12-year-old with you. You need to be at least 16. In order to walk the dogs by yourself, you need to be 18 years old.
And you have to respect the knowledge of the staff. If they say, mother and daughter are here, like you two together, mother and daughter, and you find out that, you got a dog that's a little bit more aggressive, you're not going to be able to walk that dog with her. You're going to have to stay behind or go a different way.
Right, and don't forget, we use the Harry Potter theme, so everybody is sorted into their houses, and there's a key on the kennels in case anybody forgets as to what each key means. So that way you know a little bit about the dogs, and you can kind of determine what you think you can handle and what you can't, and you kind of graduate through those houses.
Great. Yes, Harry Potter. I don't know why we have that, but I've seen, but we do. I never read the books, I must admit.
Which is really disappointing because you were an English teacher.
Well,
I don't understand.
I did read the first one, and like I said, I wasn't thrilled with it. I apologize. It's Ariana, that's her thing.
I couldn't even get my grandkids to read the books.
I might have to go back and start reading them again. Just,
You just started reading them. He really likes them, yeah.
How old is he?
10. He's 10.
Okay. Well,
Thought she was going to say
I got a
2.
few years on him, but we might be able to look at that. All right, so now we're moving on to some other things that are going on. So just to clarify for people, you think that they have water in here. Well, you know what's other colors, this color, so just decide on your own at the end of this. I'm just saying.
That's how she gets us to come on here and do the show.
But you notice that mine you cannot see, so that's the way it goes. I tend to be incognito.
Why you wanted to wear sunglasses.
That's right. Well, these are my glasses. I'm cheap. Mine go in and out. So anyway, before we move on, I do want to talk a little bit about these shirts. And Ariana just showed. Bev, could you please show the blue shirt? Because we are going to go into the hotter weather.
The colder weather.
Yes, the colder weather. And I have one of these. Absolutely love. It's got a lot of compliments when I wear it out in public.
Long sleeve with the paw prints all over the sleeve. And, on the back, it says, "This shirt saves lives." So it's a cute shirt. And Ari, do we have other colors?
I believe it's we have a black and white and a gray maybe coming in.
Really? Okay.
I think so
great.
because we ordered a certain amount, and because it was going to be fall, we kept the blue because everyone liked the blue, but then we added some of the darker colors, I believe.
Yeah, for the fall colors. So yeah, this is the long sleeve version. These here are the short sleeve versions. Ari, how much are the t-shirts?
$20.
And these?
25.
25 with the long sleeves, so a little bit more material.
And we come out with one each year, so this is our second. So we have like our traditional shirts that have the logo just on the front in a couple colors. We call those the classics. And then we had a different design last year, and this is this year's design. So we'll do a different design each year.
They're on sale here at all times, and people can come and purchase them. And also, we will be having that at our celebration of giving.
And that's what this is about today.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about the celebration of giving. Bev, I know you like to do your Vanna White thing. The poster's down there.
So yes, here's our little poster. The event is going to be held September 24th, and it's at White's in Westport. And the event this year is $55 for a ticket. But at the event, we have a silent auction, which is You know, we call it a very good auction because we don't keep the prices sky high, so everything goes. And that's what we like. We like everything to go at the auction. Also, we'll have a little table with the cookbooks on it, the calendars on it, and some of the fall t-shirts on it. And then we'll have our guest for the evening, which is the person that we're going to honor for going above and beyond the call of duty, so to speak, at Forever Paws.
A humanitarian award.
Correct.
So, Ariana, let's talk a little bit about our that event. You have some things that you take care of. You ask people for money and so on, and tell us a little bit about what you are offering.
So I offer two types of ways that businesses and private people can support the event. We do a table sponsor. So if you're a business, or a local business, or you are just someone who wants to support the shelter, you can sponsor each table for $100. And what will happen is you will have there's a centerpiece, and if it's a business, it will have a representation of your business. So probably a larger version of your business card or your logo, whatever you want. We did have multiple people sponsor last year who did not own their own business, but they had adopted from us and were so happy with their adoptions that they wanted their pet to sponsor the table. So we did photos of their pet for the tables as well. So usually we look for about 30 table sponsors or so. So that's our goal, at least 30 sponsors. And then we also offer event sponsors where you can actually sponsor. They're in tiers. They're usually, small, medium, large type of. I think we start with Chihuahuas and we go all the way up to like Newfies or Great Danes. I don't remember what we used last year for different monetary amounts. And then if you're an event sponsor, then you get acknowledged throughout the night. Gail does a great job of making sure everybody gets, the gratitude shown and gets advertisement basically for it. You also get advertisement on our Facebook page. There are also sponsor posters thanking all of the sponsors throughout the event, and you also get a table sponsor notice as well.
Thank you. And that's a new thing that Ari added on, and she does a great job on. I got to push her a little bit to get moving. I've been pitching her under the table a little bit. She's getting it now. She remembers.
Well, don't forget, this is our 26th year.
I know.
Last year,
How long have you been doing this, Bev?
25.
25. You are a sucker for punishment.
25 years I've been
Can
volunteering.
you tell everybody about it? I didn't bring the booklet today because I didn't want to confuse people with different dates, but can you tell people a little about the booklet sponsor that Jenny Pappas takes care of?
So we have an advertising booklet that we'll present to the guests as they arrive, and in that it'll be our humanitarian award recipient, it'll be some facts about the shelter, maybe a couple of cute pictures of animals. So Jenny has sent out letters that will go out to people if they want to advertise in the booklet. So that's a fun thing to do because you can put so many different things in the booklet. You can put in honor of a parent or in memory of a pet or, just cute little pictures thanking Forever Paws for your adoption. There's so many ways that you can benefit from the booklet, and at the same time, we benefit from the booklet too. So if you have any questions about the booklet and the sponsor of the booklet, you could email gfurtado@foreverpaws.com, and she will send you the link to help us with the booklet. And believe me, it is a beautiful little book.
It is.
The cover will look a lot like this.
It will. We liked it last year, and we try to learn that we try to keep our branding the same. So this year it's going to look the same thing. It's just different dates.
It's such a great informational booklet too. So I mean, it's more than just advertising your business. It's an informational booklet, and it's wonderful, even as a keepsake.
Yeah, and we use Tanya Lazar. She donates her time to us, and we really appreciate what she does. And Jenny does a lot of work on the booklet. So a lot of businesses participate in that. We really appreciate what they're doing, and that helps us along the way.
Well, and it's good for them too because it goes out to about 300 people that day.
Exactly.
So it's a really for a small donation, they're advertising their business to over 300 people.
Right. You can put something in the book for $25. I mean, that's a steal.
Right, and it's the sponsorship style. There goes in tiers, like you said, up to 500. on that, and that if you don't get the back cover or the back of the front cover or the back cover or the back cover, you can get a colored page inside. So it defers, lets people know that you've paid a little bit more. And it's been, people keep continuing. I'm very blessed, and I keep saying that every year. We're very blessed to have people continue to do this for us, and very happy about that. So that's really been something great. And as Bev inferred before, we have some people on our committee that think that we should try to have higher price items. And, we're going to try that a little bit, but it may not work. You don't know. And we know the clientele that we work with, right, Ariana?
Yes.
And so it makes a difference. But we try different things. This year, if you've been in the past, things have been different. We're going to do a little bit different this year. We looked into having possibly some music and stuff because the younger generation thought that would be a good idea. Ariana had a great idea for someone, but the person was booked.
She wanted a harp, didn't she?
A harp, not violinist.
Violinist.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
So maybe we can get him for next year.
Yeah, so, we're going to try different things. This year we're going to do a little bit different. Our PowerPoint presentation is going to be a little bit different this year for people. And the good news is that the event is going to be in the room, so the Asylum Auction is there. And this year there's not a lot of choices for the meals. It's one meal, which will be a chicken, like a Portuguese type chicken, I think it's called, and the vegetables. And there is, of course, because we're an animal shelter, there's a vegetarian offer as well. But we tried to keep the cost down. We did go up a little bit. Everything's going up. The price at White's has gone up, so we have to kind of go with the general public what's happening. But I think we're very pleased with I think you'll be very pleased with the meal, and hopefully everyone will come and enjoy us. I'd like to hit us over 250 this year, if at all possible, but you never know with the economy the way it is. But we appreciate all our supporters. So if you haven't received the letter from us and you want to be on a mailing list, you can contact, like she said, A. Silver at Forever Paws or G. Furtado at Forever Paws, and one of us will get back to you and send it out. And if it's about a sponsorship, greatly appreciate that. I actually have had someone that, and this works out really fast, I have someone that this year has offered to pay some money for each staff member to attend for free.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, so that's really, really nice. That doesn't include you because you're wealthy. So we try to,
Doesn't include us either.
No, it doesn't include us either. But people do come up with ideas like that, and we greatly, greatly support it. I don't want my business advertised, Gail, but I'll do this instead. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. That's that's our big event where we talk about how wonderful we are. And I've had people in the past say to me, some of the speeches have been too long, things are going on. I'm trying to curtail some things, but I also want to, highlight the fact that I have such a wonderful team, and they're working so hard, and they're doing such a great job that, you people that support us have to know that. You have to hear it. You have to know what's going on. She keeps looking at her watch, but it's not because she has business going on in her watch as well. I'm just letting you know that.
Yeah, it's not time.
It's because, it's not for the time. I'm sorry. It's just work.
It's work, yeah. She's got one of those.
I'm away for 30 minutes, unavailable. Everyone's panicking.
So I want you to know that.
Yeah. What is it?
I was trying to be discreet about it.
It's Apple Watch, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Apple Watch.
And she does it on WSAR, and I said to her the other day, why do you keep looking at your watch? And she said, Gail, I have my notes on my watch.
Yeah, because I can't remember. I can write a list right now that I need in 15 minutes, and I'm going to leave, and the list is going to be on the desk.
Because you forgot it.
But if I do the notes in my phone, or I take a picture of the list in my phone, then I have it, because I'm a scatterbrain. Just have
No.
But she's a scatterbrain that gets a lot done, I will say, in her defense. Contrary to, Bev's not a scatterbrain. She works very hard and gets everything done immediately. Although I've been asking her for 2 days to make a phone call for me, but for the shelter, but it hasn't happened yet.
It will.
She'll get it done.
I get things done.
You do.
And by the way, I know we're sitting here in the steaming, humid August day.
Yep.
What else do we do in August, Gail? Come on, pull it out of your head.
What else do we do?
We stop passing out.
Oh, yeah, I've already started. Yeah.
I know, we're dripping in perspiration, and we're already talking about...
Festival of Trees.
There you go.
exciting ones, Festival of Trees. I got a problem here today. I don't know what the problem is.
Because you're
but
sweating, it's gross.
okay, thank you. I don't sweat. So the Festival of Trees, I'm starting. If anyone is interested that wants to do a tree for us, wants some information, you can contact me again at gfurtado@foreverpaws.com, or you can call the fundraising number at 508-678-0804, and I'd be more than happy to talk to you about it and what we do and what we say. I'm going through my list. I'm just starting now. I know it's only the beginning of August. I start calling up my regulars and saying, are you willing to do it? And you know, some people are hesitant, and I say, hey, get back to me in a couple of days, and if you don't want to do it, that's fine. We have had in the past over 100. Last year we had about 85 trees. Because of COVID, we tried to keep more, make it more spacious, and you know, we'll continue to do that. But 85 to 100 trees, $100 worth of value or more, you can't go wrong on that.
For a strip of tickets for $20.
$20 for 25 tickets, $10 for 12 tickets, and if you can't afford that, 6 tickets for $5.
That's correct.
And we have a great time, and that is November 6th.
November 6th. At where? Whites of Westport.
We'll be in the same room, Deja Vu, that we've just done. So, Ariana, what do you like about the Festival of Trees?
I think it's just fun. Like people show up, they're excited. They want to. There's so many things to look at, and all the different trees are different. Like there's not 10 Christmas decorations. There's not 10 toys. It's every single theme is different. My favorite trees are the ones that have all the local businesses on. Like one last year had Marcucci's, Marzilli's.
Oh yeah.
I think Scotty's Pub.
Yes.
And like JJ's Hot Dogs. Like those are my favorite trees.
Yes, Beverly.
I did that tree.
Oh, you did that?
I
tree?
did that tree. Yes.
Those are my favorite. I like to see, because people don't think of that. Like they think of, oh, like me, let's do a Harry Potter tree.
Right.
Or, oh, let's do holiday spirits, which I've done before with like a bunch of nips. Or let's do a Mickey Mouse tree. But the little places that kind of are authentic to this area, I like to see those businesses out there.
Yeah, I've won one tree. I won, which was the Echo tree one time. Is it Echo?
I just want you to know that I've never won a tree.
Well, I won one.
Echo.com was the name of it.
Yes, and I went, and it was a snowman, which stayed decorated, and we use it as a decoration in our home at Christmas time. So, yeah, I've only won once.
I put like 100 tickets in the Halloween tree. I didn't even win that.
Oh,
It was so annoying.
Sorry. Well, you know.
that's the way it is.
One ticket that gets.
Some people win a $100 tree and they put in one ticket in the bag.
I know. So, you know, what we've tried to.
But I still keep coming back.
You do, and well, now you have to make trees, so
yeah,
that's
now I
even
make
more
trees,
fun.
it's worse.
Well,
It's really fun.
Yeah,
until
it
I
is.
have to pack it up. Then.
Yes, and then your poor friend Leisha has to deliver it because you're always doing something else and
Yep.
you're on late or whatever. And thank God you have a friend that's on time and knows what she's doing.
For the record, I'm usually late because of Kevin.
Oh,
That's her husband, in case you didn't know.
that's not one of her dogs. That's her husband.
You can ask any of my friends that spend time with me outside of work. It's because of Kevin. I'm usually late for work because of the dogs.
I was going to say the dogs.
I showed you what he did this morning.
Yes. Well, you know.
So speaking of dogs, maybe jump ship here and talk about dogs.
What about them?
I wanted to ask, when is Puerto Rico start up
When
again?
it's not 150 degrees outside.
Like today?
Yeah, they can't fly. So they do ground transports once a month in the summer. So what happens is American Airlines, who is the only one doing animal cargo right now, has a temperature
Restriction, yeah.
to be safe. But the problem is they're not flying from Puerto Rico to Boston. They're flying from Puerto Rico to Miami to Boston. So there's even at that Miami stop, it has to be under a certain temperature or projected to be under a certain temperature for them to put them on cargo. So we can plan, and then if it meets that temperature or it's 1 degree above that temperature, they'll pull it. So the group in Puerto Rico, they're called Love for Sados. They are amazing. In order to continue to get the dogs down here and cats, they fly from Puerto Rico to Miami. They rent a cargo van in Miami, and then they drive from Miami to not only us, but the other groups that they partner with. So we've had 2 this summer so far, very small transports, again, because of the weather. But I anticipate that will start up again in probably September, October, when the temperature will steadily be under 81 degrees.
Will you
Wow.
need people for transport as
We
well?
will need people.
So you're
for
going to put another transport thing out?
I am. So anybody who's listening who would like to do transports, usually it is a Boston pickup. And for a while, it was 11 p.m. was the average, was the pickup time. But now it seems to be anywhere from 2 in the afternoon up to 11. So if you're interested, you can email me at asilva@foreverpaws.com and say you're interested in transport and what hours are you available. Because if we have 3 different people email and you're available at 2 and you're available at 6 and then I'm available at the 11 o'clock, then it will all work out. So if anyone is interested in helping with that, that would be greatly appreciated.
Last but not least, I know that we have attempted to get some of those beagles that we've seen on television, but it looks like it might be something that we have to go through a lot of hoops as a shelter, and we may not be able to do that. So I just want to let Joe Public know that we are.
Well, those are still, you can still find out about them.
Well, yeah,
That's going to be an all year thing.
Right, so
on
you just wanted to let everyone know that we are aware of the situation
Right.
and we're trying to do our best to participate in the rescue of these dogs, but it isn't as easy as just getting in the car, driving down and picking them up. We
Right.
have to be,
And that was in July, way back in the beginning of July.
yeah, so we have to go through a process to become a partner of the Humane Society of the United States. The good thing is, once we get that paperwork in and we're accepted, we won't have to do it again, so we can just continue to help when things like this happen. I just, like we all do, we just wish we knew about it ahead of time because we could have been, started the process
Yeah.
in January, but that's okay.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
With Ari here, she has gotten us involved with other groups and organizations, and we thought that we were involved with one group, but it happened to be through our other director. It wasn't the exact group that we need to be now, so it's going to take a little bit of work on our end. We might do it. We actually had a businessman that offered to give us a business credit card for our fuel to go down and pick them up in Virginia. Was it Virginia, Bev?
It's in Virginia. They were brought into the Humane Society in Cumberland, Virginia at that time.
Right.
And, I've tried to fill out some forms, but I don't obviously have enough paperwork yet. So I've been working on that, but we might not have any participation with the 4,000 beagles that were rescued back in July, but we may for the future. Once we finish
Once
all the
we're accepted,
paperwork.
then we can.
Right,
yeah.
so anything else that comes up will be a part of the Humane Society. I think we're already part with
It's
part
the
of
ASPCA.
the
That was
ASPCA in New York.
confusion. Yeah, we're a part
We
of
already
the
did all that
ASPCA.
paperwork with them, so now the Humane Society.
Your mic's going in a little bit. So the other thing too that, again, I mentioned we have a businessman who wants to remain anonymous. I can't talk to say 2 times in a row. Anyway, but he
Just say he'll pay, but you don't want to know who it is.
yeah, he doesn't,
There you
he
go.
doesn't want to know who it is, and he offered to pay. And Bev and I offered that we would take the van and do the route overnight.
And they may have those beagles right through to the fall. They met,
We may get some, and we'll, obviously Ari will be advertising those as quickly as possible and letting people know. We had a lot to talk about today, but I also want to just give a shout out to my staff. Like every other small business, we have lost, new employees more than anything else, in and out, in and out, in and out. I do have some faithful employees that have been here for a long time. Teresa's been here as our office manager. I've got Ben as our shift supervisor. I've got Nolan, who's done a great job. Joyce Laporte, who comes in. And did I miss somebody that's been here a long time? I don't think so.
No, and even our shorter time, I mean, you're talking that one's hitting a year this month actually, and one has just hit a year.
Yeah, I mean, so they're coming in and they're staying, and we have some people come in and out, like all other small businesses. We're doing really well. So I have to give a shout out to the staff. And of course, it starts at the top. That would be me. No, I'm kidding. It's really, Ariana has done a great job. I want to thank you all for viewing our View show today. It's not as fun.
I like doing the View.
But it's a lot of fun. I've probably shed about at least a pound sitting here in the heat. I want to thank you all very much. And I want to thank my co-host and my lovely director for joining me today and wearing their pink shirts while I prefer the green. Have a great day. Take care.